Now see a brand new car with less than 200 miles on it? That is the sort of thing you don't want to see on your dashboard. A real bit of excitement this morning. I'm just about to go and pick up my new car. I say new car, I ordered it in August, so it was new and exciting then, but with all these semiconductor issues, then obviously things have taken their time. This is the latest version of the XC90 in its hybrid stroke petrol stroke recharging type mode, but more on that later. I don't need those on, I need those on instead. Sunglasses on. Now this is in pure electric mode, so right, here we go, we're off. And bye bye old car, there she is. Now, unlike Fiona's car, this one doesn't actually make a noise. Go. So God, it is quiet. So if I put my foot down, the electric motor should kick in. It's very quiet. You need to be careful of the speed of this thing because you can't hear the engine anymore. Okay, it's in B mode. I believe this is its recharge. Don't know if it's doing that, but very nice, very nice. So he hasn't put much fuel in this. Well, it's got 160 miles, it says. But hopefully I won't need any. Alright, so it's doing the recharge, I can feel it. Okay. Oh, here we go. Recharge, let's see if it does what Fiona's does. It grinds you to a halt. Okay. Wow, quite impressed with that little short trip already. Bright sunshine. That was all on electric. We like that. Nil cost. Morning all. The car is lovely, however, this needs changing on the caravan. Bugger, another job to do. Here we go. I'll stick a UK sticker on. The reason why I'm doing that is because my number plate doesn't have the UK emblem on it. If it did, I wouldn't need one of these, but I don't know. Is that more or less in line with the one that side?
Yep.
There you go. We're now UK only. Now, apart from a colour change inside the car, everything's more or less the same, apart from these three at the top here. So, first of all, drive mode. You can see that it's changed, so it includes a pure one now. So that's pure electric mode. Most things are in hybrid mode. That's this bit, just put it back. Pure mode and then hybrid mode. And power, that's purely driving on the petrol. Obviously has a timeout. And it also has this off-road option as well, which I've never used. But the main two things are these ones at the top here. So whilst I'm driving, I can charge the battery up and I can then hold that charge until I get to my destination. So on the screen here it shows that I've got half a battery full, so I can charge it back up if I want to. If I go and press that hold button, you'll be able to see underneath it now we have a line. So I'll just press it again, take it off, and the line disappears. And again, yeah, toggle it so I can put it on. So tomorrow we're off to Chester, and we're not going to have the caravan on the back of it, but I can see just how these buttons do work in terms of charging. So what I've found so far is this MPG that's at the bottom. On the previous car, as you can see, it was 27 miles per gallon. It was absolutely rubbish. Now I've seen that climbing up when the car is in hybrid mode. Obviously it starts quite new, and this has only done what, 274 miles, so I'm expecting that to climb. It does say that this does 114 miles per gallon on average, so I don't know, will that climb? Who knows? Now that's just typical of my duck. The latest Company Caravan magazine has arrived, and in it, guess what there is? Look, there's a UK sticker. Typical. Thank God mine only cost £1. Okay, a couple of things to note is that Fiona's car does make a noise, both in forward and reverse mode. The Volvo doesn't make any noise whatsoever going forward, but it does when it's going backwards. In fact, it sounds more like a little chirpy type noise, a bit like a truck reversing. So you do get indication for pedestrians when you go backwards, but not forwards, interestingly. The charging of it is I'm going to put it under the annoying tab, in so much that if you consider how we charge a caravan, so a cable, 240 volts come in, we have a little charging box that converts into our 12 volt battery. That little charging box, think of that as electric car chargers have one of those as well, and the electric car chargers have big ones. So for example, Tesla has one that can do 350 volts, kilowatt power into it in, not volts, going into it in like minutes. Whereas Fiona's BMW is limited to 50. So if you put it in the bigger ones, it will lower its threshold down to 50 and charge her car up in like 1 hour from a completely fat battery. And then you go all the way down from 50 down to 22, down to 7, which is on the front of this house, and then it will also go down to 3.5, or about 3 and a bit, which is what the Volvo takes. So even if I put that in a 50 volts, God blimey, if I stuck that in a 50 kilowatt charger, it would drop that down to 3.5 kilowatt hours and then charge the car at that rate. Hence why it takes 4 hours. No matter what you're in, it takes 4 hours. So I wish they'd sort that out. It has only got a 40 mile battery in it, which is what you would expect in hybrid vehicles, that and you know, just to get across the city. That's all it does. But I suppose the main reason for buying this car in the first place was the fact that I can charge it up whilst driving. So when I've got the caravan on the back of this car, then I can see what it's like charging it. There is another annoying thing, which I'm going to stick down to my local Volvo dealership, in so much that they don't have number plates with those stickers at the end. Well, they're not stickers, they're built into the actual number plate itself, whereas it used to have GB on there, but obviously we can't do that anymore. They're going to have a UK on it. So I've got stickers on there at the minute, but I'm just waiting for the V5s to come through, and then I could put UK number plates on there, and then I don't need any stickers. Now there is probably something which is slightly more annoying, which I did have with my old car as well, that the CarPlay feature it has obviously runs from your iPhone, but the problem with that is it has to be plugged in. It's not wireless. So if you're on a long trip doing CarPlay, then your phone is charging non-stop all the time. So lithium-ion batteries don't like being charged all the time. They degrade and they get less and less useful as time goes by. So I was kind of hoping this one would have wireless, but it doesn't. So I have ordered a wireless dongle, which I'll show you on the next one when that arrives from China. There is one thing though, which is the biggie, which kind of drove me mad that they did this. It's quite funny because it happened to a degree with Fiona's car. When we went to go and pick her car up, the local BMW garage don't do drive away insurance anymore, and we're going, well, we haven't got any insurance, so we can't take the car. So they had to go and get insurance for it. But then that would only last a few days. Then he had to register it and get that on Compare the Market or anything like that you go to get fairly cheap insurance. But you can't do that. So I thought, well, this time we'll box cleverer. In fact, I'll just have a look through my pack that I had for my previous car, same Volvo XC90, and I had a look, and it was a week's worth of insurance. I went, oh, that'd be okay then. And so 2 days before I went to go and pick it up, he rang me up and said, oh, you need to fill in this document for your insurance. And I went, oh, fine, fan-dabby-dozy, filled it in and sent it back to him. So he called me back to let me know that he got the insurance, but only for 1 day. He couldn't do the 5 days, they've changed it from 7, that he would like to have had. And inquiring as to why, he said, not quite sure. So I went online to go with my current insurance, say, like, is the reg of the new car, because he told me what that is, would you insure my car and just charge me whatever the difference is? And he couldn't do that. He said, no, I can't, because I can't insure that car. I went, it's the same car, instead of diesel, it's a T8 electric hybrid thing. And he went, no, I can't insure it. So I'm bringing around other people, and because the car hasn't been registered yet, the number plate is not recognised by anybody, so they couldn't do anything either. So the only one I found could help is Direct Line. So I rung them up and said, right, okay, here's the reg, so they insure me, charge me the difference. Then I had to go for the comprehensive plus model, because it's only the plus one that includes European insurance, which we need. So we had to go with that. And then they said, we can't do the fire and theft bit of your comprehensive policy until you have a tracker fitted. And I went, well, it's already got a tracker on it because you've got an app with Volvo. He said, yeah, but it's not a Thatcham approved one, so you have to buy a tracker. So I go, okay, so I accepted it all, and away you go. And that was the day before I went to go and pick it up, because he told me I would only get one day's worth of insurance. So I went, okay, fair enough. I then organised a tracker, going online, having a look at those. That, with this subscription, was another nearly 500 quid of expense that I was not counting on. So, not dead chuffed. Morning. Needless to say, I can't show you where it's going to be fitted, because it kind of defeats the whole object of having it. But let's go have a quick butcher's at what it is, what it looks like. So here we go. I'm just going to show you briefly what it is, and look, it's tiny, but obviously I can't show you where it's going to be fitted. Sorry about the glasses, I think it's a sign of getting old. Now, one other thing to note is when buying a tracker, which is so they give me a little card, but this is got an international one as well, telephone number on the back, because when you buy a tracker, which I didn't know, you can buy a UK variant only, or one that's global. And obviously, as we travel aboard, a global one was required. Needless to say, that costs more than normal. Now, not everything in the garden is rosy. Not best pleased. I turned the engine off after getting all the way to Chester, and that alarm popped up, and then turned it back on again, the alarm had gone. So it wants a software update and stuff, like my previous car did. It had an alarm on it, software update, disappeared, and never saw it ever again. So I guess it's that. The car is fabulous, and now we have our tow car back. We can carry on as we did before, which was brilliant. So there we have it. Volvo couldn't find any issues. I now will hook my caravan up to the back of it, take it on my little test reversing thing I do every single year anyway, and then we're ready, we're off. Please remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.